Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Team Supernova podcast. I'm Darn.
I'm Tebow.
And this episode is dedicated to the second flavor of Mountain Dew after original, LiveWire.
Hey.
Technically, it's not the second if after you consider Red, Aurora, the other ones. LiveWire was the second flavor of Mountain Dew to release after the 2000s. That's when I'd count Mountain Dew flavors existing, really, because you could actually buy Code Red and LiveWire.
Right. Unlike all that other stuff.
Yeah, unless you want to take out a mortgage.
Yeah, seriously.
We could talk about some of the news that's been going on. In Honduras, they actually released Summer Freeze. And unlike other flavors that have been released in Honduras, for whatever reason, they did not change the name of Summer Freeze. It's just called Summer Freeze. Whereas Major Melon is called Pink Drip Voltage when it used to be there. It used to be called Extreme. This one's just Summer Freeze.
Maybe they couldn't think of something better to call it than Summer Freeze.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know.
Summer Chill.
Summer Chill.
I will say, I'm sure you'll put it up on the screen, the can looks way better than the US and Canada's, in my opinion. I think it's really cool looking.
I did not look this up. I did not do my research, but it's possible that maybe the red, white, and blue popsicles just aren't as common there. So they couldn't just use that as the mascot for this flavor. So the sun is reused, and I think that's it. And also the logo. But besides that, it's pretty much completely new. Whereas the Canadian one, it's just a less detailed version of the American one.
It is also worth noting that we don't know yet if it's permanent or limited time. If I had to guess, if I had to speculate, it's probably, I would think it's limited time, but also, Darn, you were saying earlier that I don't think they've ever done a limited time flavor, so...
Yeah, I don't believe so. Major Melon continues to be sold, or Pink Drip continues to be sold. Extreme, it lasted for a little bit, but it was discontinued. That seems more like just a market.
But that wasn't
thing
introduced as a limited time flavor, right?
I don't believe so. 2017, so actually a little over a year, possibly around a year. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell with these international flavors.
Right.
Not speaking of international flavors, Baja Blast is going to be available in more options starting in January of next year. So 2 liters will be releasing. I think we already mentioned the 2 liters at some point, but we know now the 2 liters are releasing nationwide in the United States.
Hype.
And also the 24 packs will be releasing nationwide. The 24 packs of Baja Blast are Walmart exclusive. I didn't even know that. Which
is interesting because I've definitely seen sightings of them outside of Walmart, but you know how that is with exclusives.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of sightings of exclusive products outside of where they're supposed to be. Also, they'll be releasing 12 packs of the 16.9 ounce bottles of Baja Blast, only at Walmart, though.
Pretty exciting, honestly, to have just, more form factors available of a flavor. One thing you might be saying to yourself or asking, hearing this news, I thought Baja Blast was leaving at the end of the year.
No, it isn't.
No, wrong. Wrong, sir.
That's just the way that they've been marketing Baja Blast, but that's not the way that it is, according to internal documents that Pepsi uses to communicate with other people that work at Pepsi or people who work for Pepsi but not at Pepsi. It is not limited time for just the year. It's intended to be released as long as it sells.
Now, thankfully, we have more documented proof of that with this Baja Blast expansion.
Also, we have more news, more information about the Baja Stanleys that we talked about last episode. So,
yes.
There will only be 100 of them. They'll be free. You don't have to buy them. It's just that there will be 100 of them. And the first 20 people to nab it, of course, will get the free Baja Blast for a year. And that is on August 13th. Mark your calendars, and it'll start at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 4 p.m. CST, or 5 p.m. EST. Those are all of the time zones.
I'm going to go ahead and lock my prediction in now that they're going to be gone in like 37 and a half seconds.
People are going to bot it, I swear to God.
I think it's probably, the app's probably going to freeze, and yeah, they're going to be gone instantly. I'm still going to try, but you know, my expectations are on the ground.
I am not going to try because I live in Canada.
And then it takes away the joy of winning a free prize if you got to pay for it.
Exactly. I don't want to pay for that. We're going to start talking about non-Mountain Dew news because we feel like it. So, yeah. One drink that I'm really looking forward to is Dr. Pepper Blackberry. That one was leaked, and it is intended to release next year.
Yeah, January next year.
Ooh, January. Nice. And there'll be a full sugar and a zero sugar one, right?
I want to say the target date is January 27th.
Okay.
Of next year. It's pretty exciting. I think Blackberry, that's going to go so well with Dr. Pepper. I think the question it has left with a lot of people is, how is it going to be different from Dark Berry? I feel like it'll definitely be different. How different is the question? I'll be curious to find out.
Dark Berry didn't do well, apparently, which surprises me because that's one of the best Dr. Pepper flavors. Yeah, so I feel like it has to be different in some way to be able to justify it being permanent, because I don't think they can justify Dark Berry being permanent as much as we want it to.
Yeah.
I should have mentioned before, but target date is the date that a drink is supposed to release, but that doesn't mean that it is the date that it will release, because there's a lot of moving parts to how soft drinks are distributed, bottled, created, whatever, and then it's not possible for them to release one product everywhere in the country on the same day, unlike how it is with like video games, because they have more standards when it comes to that. There's no standards when it comes to release dates for soft drinks, unless you get a really mean grocery store employee that's like, hey, you can't have that yet. Why can't I have it yet? It's right here. I want to drink it. I can drink it. I could crack it open right now if I wanted to and just take a drink.
And the other way to look at it too is with games, those aren't brought in by a vendor. It's a lot more logistically possible to have them just mass shipped out and to arrive at the store at the same time. But with sodas, you know, they're brought in to each store by a rep. So a lot more moving parts.
So like a Coke employee or a Pepsi employee will come in and like stock the shelves physically.
Exactly.
Anyway, Coke Spiced is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Rip.
I actually really liked Coke Spiced. It's a shame. I guess initially we were hearing rumors that they were going to rename it Coke Raspberry, but keep it around. Keep like the formula around. Then I heard that, they're going to change the formula of it to be more raspberry, I guess, less spiced. But then now they're just like, nope. Coke Spiced, dead completely. 100% dead. Get it while you can. Not the zero sugar one, because the aspartame will go bad and then it'll start to taste bad over time. But definitely stock up on the full sugar one. Or I guess the short term, if you really want the zero sugar one, definitely.
I've heard people, since I posted the news on Team Supernova, saying that the reformulation is still happening and it's going to relaunch in 2025. But I'm slamming Exit out. The information of the discontinuation just hasn't made its way to all the reps, so I feel like it's probably just not up-to-date information.
But good news, if you really liked Sprite Chill, the cherry lime flavored Sprite, it's permanent now.
Yay!
Yay! I mean, I think that Sprite Chill Zero Sugar, a better zero sugar alternative to Code Red than Code Red Zero Sugar is.
I like Sprite Chill. I think it's pretty good. I will say, I wish it was Tropical Sprite. That'd be cool. Or
Tropical Sprite is better.
Sprite Tropic Berry, any version of that. That'd be cool. But you know, it's fine.
I didn't like Lemonade Legacy.
Yeah, I was really excited about it, and It wasn't what I was hoping it was going to be.
Staying in Coke Land, there will be a limited time Fanta coming out soon, starting August 12th is the target date. It will be haunted apple flavored, and it will be a collaboration with the Beetlejuice movie.
I'm pretty excited about that one. Yeah. I'm sure that thrashed apple enjoyers will be happy that there's a new green apple soda on the market.
Can't wait not to drink it.
I'll try it, but I'm probably only going to get like a bottle or two of it, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
Maybe I'll try mixing it with Flamin' Hot.
Ooh, get that spiced green apple taste. And apparently it is spiced green apple, according to Soda Seekers, did you say?
Yep, giving even more spice.
Also, kind of looping back to Mountain Dew, we did get some kosher certifications in Canada. Every Pepsi product seems to be kosher certified, so that is a good way to see what is upcoming in Canada. And we got Baja Point Break Punch, Baja Laguna Lemonade, and Pepsi Electric, possibly on the horizon for Canada soon. Pepsi Electric, if you don't know, it is actually a European Pepsi flavor that is blue. A lot of people think, oh, blue Pepsi. Is that Pepsi Blue? No. It's good. I like Pepsi Electric. It's not Pepsi Blue. It's not even close. It doesn't even try to be Pepsi Blue. It is something completely different. I get more of like a guarana taste from it, not really a fruity berry flavor at all.
Pepsi Electric sounds like what Euronova is to me.
Pepsi Electric tastes less like Pepsi Blue than Euronova does taste like Supernova, because at least Euronova has that voltage aftertaste.
Okay, that's fair.
Pretty much none of that from Pepsi Electric.
This is not Pepsi Blue.
I mean, it just tastes weird. I don't know how to describe it. It's really hard to describe because it is just very mysterious.
It is interesting that it's coming to Canada, though. Like, I never tried it, so yeah. If it's in Canada, I'll probably give it a shot. It is a cool label. If I said anything else, it's a really cool label.
Yeah, I love the label.
Honestly, Pepsi has kind of not missed with designs ever since they rebranded with their new logo. Everything I've seen with that new logo looks so good.
Unpopular opinion, I really like the European designs that just have those circles. I don't know why, I just really like it. In some of the European countries, they don't have the fruits on the fruit flavored Pepsis. They actually use like circles, colored circles. So it'll have like red dots on it for like Pepsi Max Cherry in the UK, for example.
Interesting.
I like how it looks. A lot of people disagree with me. I don't care. I like it. Let me like things, guys. Anyway, speaking of liking things,
I broke out my, I don't know if you can able to see it, my LiveWire glass.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that's cool. I got this can produced by Crown Holdings Incorporated, one of the two major can creating companies.
Shout out to Crown Holdings Incorporated.
And shout outs to Admiral Beverage Corp in Wyoming. They sell LiveWire in Montana.
What store? At Kroger?
Smith's, yeah.
Shout out to Smith's.
Smith's Food and Drug.
All joking aside, though, Kroger not always, but Kroger has some good deals. I think the last time I was there, they were doing buy two, get three free. Which is a solid deal. The only thing that's bad, though, is when they're not on sale. I paid $9.99 before tax for one 12-pack, and I was very upset about it.
Yeah, don't buy 12 packs for the retail price. Only buy it when it's on sale. Well, I guess the retail price at Walmart, it's usually like $6, $7, $8, depending on the Walmart.
Somewhere in the ballpark of like $6.48 to $7 something. Yeah, somewhere in there.
That's better.
It's better, but so I have Walmart.com pulled up right now. Actually, let's see what it says. Mountain Dew voltage is 748.
That's not the best.
But I mean, I guess if no one else is running a sale and you have a Mountain Dew emergency,
not the worst option. Anyway, so LiveWire, released in 2003 as a limited time flavor for the summer, and then it also released 2004 limited time for the summer, 2005 again limited time for the summer, but then afterwards they were like, actually this is selling pretty well. Okay, it's permanent now.
I wish they did that formula with their limited time flavors now, but they don't seem as willing to do that.
I feel like it might just be because LiveWire was like consistently released for those 3 years, whereas like
Right.
a summer freeze only releases like 1 year, or
We haven't really had a flavor release. Not counting Voodoo, because that's different every year. I guess you could count Baja Blast, and that's permanent now. We haven't really had a limited time flavor release that many years in a row since Merry Mashup. Right,
Oh,
that
yeah.
released 3 years in a row.
yeah, it's true. And Merry Mashup does not deserve to be permanent. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't. No, it
mean-
doesn't. We don't need a permanent Christmas flavor.
Yeah, they should make Voodoo permanent.
They should make Voodoo 2021 permanent.
No. No, not 2021. 2022 though. Yeah, yes please.
I'd be okay with that. No, I would hate if 2021 was permanent.
Yeah. They should
No,
have
thank
made,
you.
They should have made Gingerbread Snapped permanent though, let's be real.
Should have made Flamin' Hot permanent. Just for being honest.
Yeah, of course. Although I
Shout out
guess,
to Flamin' Hot.
I guess the word permanent when it comes to LiveWire isn't the most accepted term, because a lot of people are like, bring back LiveWire. But it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm drinking it.
It's here. It didn't go anywhere.
It's always been hard to find. Apparently it was like hard to find since the beginning, from what I've heard.
I do seem to remember, just anecdotally, back in like 2008, 2009-ish, I remember having friends that lived in other parts of the country that were jealous of me that I even had bottles in my area, like that they couldn't get 20-ounce bottles of LiveWire, which I think that those are pretty well nationwide. I think, question mark. I'm not positive. Hopefully I don't
Okay.
get community noted for saying that.
Yeah, it seems like the bottles are easier to find than they used to be, especially with the gaming promo.
Yeah.
I think I heard a lot of people mention that with the gaming promo, it seems to have been a lot easier to find the bottles.
By the way, at some point in this episode, I have 2 bottles with codes, and I will be reading those codes at some point in the episode.
Only reading those to the YouTube audience, by the way, so make sure you're subscribed, youtube.com/@Team Supernova Podcast. Check the comments, make sure that people haven't claimed the 2 codes.
I do think that the distribution has always been sort of spotty across the different form factors. You know, back in the day, there used to be 2 liters of LiveWire, and I think 6-pack bottles of them too. I know there used to be 2-liter bottles because I used to get those all the time. But I think some areas of the country never saw those at all. And it seems like the distribution problems have kind of just varied from form factor to form factor, because now the big one that most people can't find is the 12 packs.
20-ounce bottles, 2-liter bottles, 12 packs, 24 packs, 8-ounce cans, 16.9 ounce, and 12-ounce cans, and Slurpee. A little known fact, though, it was a Slurpee at one point. It seems to have been discontinued around 2009. There's no real, definitive proof that it was there, but it seems to have been the case. They did update the Slurpee card for the 2005 logo update. I think it is currently still available as a freeze in Australia.
Interesting.
Yeah, at BP gas stations specifically. It's hard to actually verify that, but that it seems to be the case. Or they might be discontinued now. I believe Australia also has Fountain LiveWire.
I was thinking that I remembered Fountain LiveWire being somewhere, so that maybe that was Australia that I'd...
Yeah.
Because I know I saw a picture somewhere, and I don't remember where that picture was.
I saw a picture on the Discord from an Australian member of the Do Drinker Discord. I believe that is where I saw it. And that might be where you have saw it, but that's where I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way, though, LiveWire has had a very interesting history. It seems to have released in countries like Iraq, Malaysia, Singapore, the Philippines, Pakistan, South Korea, Australia, and New Zealand. There were 4 different democracies in some of those countries. Like in 2013, in Singapore, they had democracy. Pitch Black versus LiveWire. Pitch Black won, so you can't get LiveWire there anymore. Democracy in Malaysia, 2014. 3 flavors, Pitch Black, LiveWire, and Blue Shock. You might be wondering why Pitch Black and Blue Shock were both there when they both continue to be sold in Malaysia. Apparently, it was just a contest for, like, a popularity contest. Which one's your favorite? Not necessarily which one should survive.
That's how Pepsi ought to do them if they ever do a democracy again here. They take out the permanent aspect of it, take out the staying forever aspect, just have it be a popularity contest. That's how they should do it.
Yeah. And if you were wondering about that popularity contest, it was Blue Shock that won.
Maybe Blue Shock won because Malaysian Pitch Black is not good.
Yeah, well, I've never tried their old formula. I've only tried the new half-diet formula.
Okay, this is true. I don't think I've ever tried the old one either.
I hear the old formula was closer to Pitch Black, but I can't verify that.
I have heard that as well. Apparently, LiveWire only got 7% in that popularity vote.
23.7 for Pitch Black for 68.8 for Blue Shock. Honestly, it makes sense, though. I feel like Blue Shock would be a lot more popular with just the general consumers compared to Pitch Black.
Because blue.
Malaysian LiveWire was not always LiveWire because for whatever reason in 2017 they decided to rename it to Voltage.
Didn't it like have part of the assets of Voltage and LiveWire like mixed?
It had the Voltage logo, I think. I'm trying to look up a picture now though. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the picture of it. It just looks like a recolored Voltage. That background kind of looks more like Supernova. Like recolored Supernova and then the Voltage logo. What?
That's weird.
I might be right. Actually, it kind of looks like a hybrid between Voltage and Supernova's background.
That's really interesting.
That's weird. You know, they had Democracy Philippines in 2016. This is a weird one, actually. So LiveWire released in 2014 in the Philippines. Then in 2016, they put it in a Democracy. It was LiveWire versus Blue Shock.
So it lost.
They did not announce any winners. Both LiveWire and Blue Shock were discontinued.
That's the worst timeline.
That is the worst possible thing to happen during a democracy. It literally took a permanent flavor and discontinued it because LiveWire was permanent in 2014 to 2016 in the Philippines.
That's wild.
And then they killed it. They killed it. I don't know why. They really did not make democracy in the Philippines that popular, and they were just like, kill the whole thing. Just kill LiveWire, kill Blue Shock, kill it all, end it all.
That would be like if in the United States they did a democracy and they made it Voltage versus Pitch Black, and then they just discontinued both of them.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly it, yeah. The last democracy that I have written down is Democracy Pakistan 2016. You know, same 3 flavors, LiveWire, Pitch Black, Blue Shock, but Pitch Black won.
Pakistan doesn't still make it, though, do they?
I'm actually not sure.
I assume not, but, you know, I could definitely be wrong.
They do have an Instagram. Yeah, I'm scrolling down really deep. I'm not seeing any flavors. It appears to have been discontinued. It was last seen shortly after the promotion.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, that is really disappointing. I actually believe that Singapore does still have Pitch Black, though, so...
I mean, that's something at least. Wonder how comparable that is to Malaysian Pitch Black.
I think it's, like, the same. Oh, yep, they got Blue Shock and Pitch Black, yep. Oh, they got Pitch Black in, like, the larger bottles. The 1.5 liters.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Anyway, though, Tebow, here's a question that might make you feel very old.
Oh, God.
Guess who's older? Me or LiveWire.
Are you really about to say that LiveWire is older than you?
Is that your answer?
I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
You're wrong. I'm older
Okay, thank God.
by a few months.
You scared me when you said I was gonna feel old. I thought you were gonna say you were.
Does me being barely older than LiveWire not make you feel old?
It kind of does. Yeah.
One thing I remember that happened in 2021, you know, the redesign, right? This is such a cool redesign. It's so awesome. No controversy could possibly happen from this redesign. Oh, look. It's hard to read, but it says, dew sparked with artificial orange flavor. That is not what the tagline was before 2021. It actually said natural in artificial flavors. So a lot of people speculated, oh, they reformulated it. But actually the ingredients also say natural in artificial flavors.
I wonder what made them make that change.
And also it technically does have as natural of an orange flavor additive as you could get with a Mountain Dew can, because it does also have orange juice concentrate in it. Less than 1% or orange juice, but still, it does have orange juice.
Right.
I don't know. No idea why they changed that tagline. That seems to be weird. As far as I could tell, there's no evidence that they actually changed the formula.
I guess just looking at it, like it is pretty crammed as it is. Maybe it was just like a spacing thing.
They have enough horizontal real estate. Weird choice. And speaking of weird choice, there is a mix that we forgot to do in our Do Mixes thing that we were talking about.
Yes, there is.
Because people have said on the internet a lot of inaccurate things in the past, and one of those is that if you mix LiveWire and Code Red, you could possibly make citrus cherry game fuel Mountain Dew, which I strongly do not believe in.
They say it's a 50-50 mix, right?
I'm actually looking it up right now. Can't actually find anything right now. We could try 50-50. Code Red, which is better than LiveWire. Don't at me. Or do at me. I'll fight you.
I'm not adding you.
I'll argue with you on the internet. I won't physically fight you. That is not a threat. I am not threatening anyone. I will just have strongly worded arguments with you over the internet. That is a nice color, Tebow. Especially in that glass. I think the color really brings out the logo.
This doesn't even look like Game Fuel's color, though.
I think I got a closer approximation to it. Again, this is just hard to... I don't have a clear glass, so I'm just going to shine a flashlight at it. That looks like citrus cherry. Wait. Okay, the smell is there for me, kind of. Not entirely, but I'm getting reminded of citrus cherry. That just tastes like Code Red and LiveWire mixed together.
Yeah, I can independently taste Code Red and LiveWire.
It feels very emphasized what makes LiveWire and what makes Code Red somehow. Nothing like citrus cherry. Absolutely not.
Is it a case of people tasting colors?
Yep.
Could be.
And possibly tasting the smell. Actually, I will say I'm getting a little bit of that vitamin aftertaste that I get from citrus cherry, but that's not any indication that this is remotely similar to citrus cherry.
Now, is it a bad mix? No, but it's definitely not Game Fuel.
I like it more than citrus cherry. I'll say that, but that is a very low bar for me because I do not like citrus cherry.
If anything else, that's how I know it doesn't make citrus cherry.
Yeah,
because you didn't immediately hate it.
Hey, if it did taste like citrus cherry, I would be more than happy to display my thoughts on the mix. This is nothing like citrus cherry, besides how it is a citrusy flavor with cherry in it.
Yeah, just because it is quite literally a citrus and cherry flavor does not equal citrus cherry.
What are your thoughts on the flavor of LiveWire? Do you think it's just orange? I don't think it is just orange, even though It doesn't say anything about any other flavors on the front. I don't get just orange. I get like a citrus grape, a little bit of a grapefruit, or that could also be blood orange. Grapefruit and blood orange taste kind of similar to me. I really don't like grapefruit, so that's kind of where my distaste for LiveWire comes from. It's a little bit in like the aftertaste. I get like that kind of bitter citrus taste that fruits like grapefruit and blood orange tend to have.
I kind of do think it's just orange. Which, for me, is kind of why I don't think LiveWire is that great. I think it's okay. To give the listeners a little bit more context, when we were planning this episode and we decided we were going to do LiveWire, I said, oh, well, I don't even know if LiveWire is sold in my area because I don't look for it because I don't really drink LiveWire. I think I would pick out any other flavor of Mountain Dew and probably most other Pepsi products before I would pick up LiveWire. Is that a slight on LiveWire? Yes, it is. Yeah, yes, it is.
I find that the orange flavor in LiveWire is a bit more subdued than like actual orange soda, like Sunkist or Fanta or Crush or what have you. I just prefer those orange sodas.
Have you ever had Faygo orange?
I love Faygo orange. It's really good.
Me too.
Faygo orange, it has a bit of a creaminess there. So it's kind of like an orange creamsicle soda, but not 100%. Doesn't quite lean in that direction the way that, what was that other Faygo? Or
Faygo Dreamin'?
Yeah, Faygo Dreamin'. I think, well, I haven't actually had Faygo Dreamin', but I'd assume that one leans way more in the direction of the creamy, vanilla-y kind of taste that Faygo orange has. It's really good. I love Faygo orange. It is my favorite orange soda of all time. Very good.
I would agree with you. Faygo Dreamin' is like, if LiveWire would be more like Faygo Dreamin', I'd probably get LiveWire all the time. Like, that would be cool. But like, I'd rather drink Faygo orange rather than LiveWire.
I feel like if LiveWire was more like Faygo orange, that doesn't feel right.
Last year, we had it join the Hard Mountain Dew lineup.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Hard LiveWire.
Which, it's just funny to me because with Hard LiveWire being a permanent flavor with Hard Mountain Dew, and now I've lost count. I think Hard Mountain Dew is in 26, 27, somewhere in that ballpark.
Oh, okay,
26 or 27 states.
Okay, so they're a little over half right now. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah. They just announced Michigan today.
Okay, that's good. I was wondering, because it's been spotted in Michigan a few times already, but now it's finally actually announced.
Yeah. Ever since Boston Beer took over, the announcements have been coming a little bit faster, and I expect that through the rest of the year that'll probably be the case, especially since they want to be nationwide by the start of next year. But it's funny that just now, with us having the Hard Mountain Dew in over half the country, a Hard Mountain Dew LiveWire is more available than LiveWire itself, if we're talking about cans.
Yeah, that's funny. It's weird how they chose LiveWire as that flavor. So I feel there's so many more flavors of Mountain Dew they could have chosen from. They could have made Voltage. They could have made Pitch Black. They could have made Spark. Major Melon, that doesn't really count. They already have a watermelon one.
Purple Thunder.
A Supernova, Voodoo,
Uproar,
Summer Freeze, Liberty Brew.
Like, I'm not mad because I kind of like Hard LiveWire, to be honest, but also like
I don't.
But also like why though? Like, Hard Voltage would be awesome. I would have much preferred Hard Voltage or Pitch Black. Like, they know people want Hard Pitch Black. Let's be honest.
I feel like a lot of people would only buy Hard Pitch Black because they can't get Pitch Black. That could be a very good way to sell a Mountain Dew flavor, a Hard Mountain Dew flavor. Just only sell discontinued flavors, make people drink them.
They could do like a discontinued flavor variety pack. Pitch Black, Supernova, Merry Mashup, Liberty Brew. Get Citrus Cherry in there.
Replace Liberty Brew with Gingerbread Snapped, actually, and then we could talk. Or Flamin' Hot.
Yeah, Mountain Dew Hard Flamin' Hot.
Hard Flamin' Hot. Bring it. Release it. Flamin' Hot, zero sugar. Oh yeah, hard LiveWire. That is the only way you can get a zero sugar version of LiveWire.
I know there's a lot of calls for LiveWire Zero, but I don't see them being willing to take that risk.
If we don't have Voltage Zero, why would we have LiveWire Zero?
And especially if we don't have LiveWire available in all 50 states.
I could see LiveWire Zero maybe being exclusive somewhere. I see it, best case scenario, being an exclusive to some place where it just so happens that LiveWire is available everywhere where that one place is.
Certainly anything's possible. Subway?
That's too big.
What a twist of events though, like, would that be if they did like LiveWire Zero on Fountain? And it was like a Fountain only thing. That'd be funny.
That might be possible. I don't know. I'm not sure, but that could be possible.
Subway is kind of like, I mean, it's still fast food, but Subway is kind of all about like healthy stuff. Like, I could see them wanting to do an exclusive zero sugar flavor, so that could be cool. Or if they wanted to do Voltage Zero Sugar on Fountain, that could be cool too. That might be one of the most possible ways that could happen.
Oh yeah.
I hadn't really considered that.
I was thinking in a direction, and then my train of thought stopped. Once again, thank you everyone so much for watching the Team Supernova podcast this week. I'm Darn.
I'm Tebow. I didn't.
Tebow, I'm banning you from the rest of this episode.
What?